Hello friends. Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will talk about the issues faced by TANZEDCO, a state-owned distribution company in the state of Tamil Nadu. The agenda of this video is as follows. We begin with knowing about the DISCOM, and then we try to know about issues faced by it, and finally how the government or DISCOM is working to address them. So, to start with, we will know about the DISCOM. TANZEDCO is a state-owned power distribution and generation company. Some of its strengths are 1. Lower AT&C losses, aided by rising billing and collection efficiency. And 2. Receivable days have remained consistently low. On the other hand, there are also many concerns for TANZEDCO. Some of them are 1. High financial risk profile on a standalone basis arising from cash losses, poor capital structure, and debt protection measures. 2. Low cost coverage standing at 0.74x in FY 2020. 3. High power purchase cost and payable days. To know about any DISCOM, one should always refer to consumer mix and their share in power consumption. In terms of share in consumer mix, domestic consumers dominate, followed by lieutenant commercial consumers. HT consumers have a very low share. Now, moving forward to their share in power consumption. Here also, domestic consumers dominate, but there is also a major share of HT consumers. HT consumes about 30% of power, while they are just 10,000 in numbers. Having seen the consumer mix, let us see the sources from where TANZEDCO buys power. The DISCOM has a good mix of sources for this task: power from its own power plants, central power plants, power from independent power producers, and also a good amount from solar generators. With this, we have got a good idea about TANZEDCO, and now, we will see the issues faced by the DISCOM. First one is increasing the share of TANZEDCO in outstanding loans of Tamil Nadu government, with the present level being more than 1.5 lakh crore rupees. It has increased from a level of 10,000 crore in the year 2006 to 2007, with ECAGR of whopping 134%. Similarly, share of the power sector in government guarantees has increased from 25% in 2006 to 2007 to 51% in last year, increasing to a level of 83,000 crore rupees. Next comes the issue of increasing power subsidies in the state. Power subsidy has increased to 21,000 crore rupees last year. The share of power subsidy in state GDP has also increased and has reached a level of 1.1%. Moving forward, the DISCOM is facing huge outstanding dues from local bodies. Financial position has deteriorated, which is also evident from the increase in accumulated losses and total outstanding liabilities. Both have crossed a level of 1 lakh crore rupees. Expenditure incurred by DISCOM has also increased over the years, as evident from the graph. Despite this, the revenue gap has more or less remained the same. The only major downfall occurred during the initial years of UDAY scheme, but in the last 3 years, it has again reached almost the same level of the year 2011 to 2012. The revenue gap in terms of rupees per unit has seen the same trend. While average cost of supply and average rate of realization have increased over the years, the gap between the two is at the level of 2.35 rupees per unit, which had once reduced to 0.93 rupees per unit in 2016 to 2017. Let us get a snapshot on what contribution different components have in total expenditure by the DISCOM. Power purchase cost contributes around 70% of total expenditure by DISCOM. However, in absolute terms, the power purchase cost has more than doubled in the last 9 years. On the other hand, the share of fuel cost has decreased from 19% to just over 9%. When we deep dive into the trend of tariff for different power purchase sources, we see that the tariff of both thermal power from TANZEDCO power plants and power purchase from other sources have increased over the years. It is also worth mentioning that other costs have also increased over the years, among which interest cost has increased by more than 200% in the last 9 years, followed by employee cost. Sales migration has been normal to all DISCOMs. TANZEDCO has also seen a similar trend. Its share in HT power consumption has reduced over the year, with providing just 30% of HT power consumption last year. This has further impacted revenues for the DISCOM. Now moving forward to what the state government or TANZEDCO are doing to address these issues. First of all, the state government has proposed to improve the financial position of DISCOM through smart meter deployment, restricting high-cost power purchase, and reducing the burden of interest cost, to name a few. In similar lines, the DISCOM is negotiating with financial institutions like PFC and REC to reduce interest rate on availed loans. Even a reduction of 100 basis points in the interest rate on the existing outstanding loans will result in savings of about 1,127 crore to TANZEDCO. With a lot of renewable capacity in state, DISCOM have to bear the brunt of deviation charges. Hence, state has proposed to establish additional gas plants, battery storage system and pumped storage hydropower stations. Also, efforts are being made to improve solar and wind forecasting by improving communication networks. The state is even moving forward with a pilot project of solarization under the PM Kusum scheme. TANZEDCO is also working to strengthen its distribution network, which includes conversion of existing overhead lines into underground cables. This will help to build a cyclone-resilient network and avoid accidents in the state. At present, this is focused on some region of the state only. However, it should be replicated to all the regions wherever it is required. On similar lines, new transmission systems are also under construction, which will support power flow in the state. One more important thing is that the DISCOM is planning to deploy a software tool with AI technology to improve demand forecasting. Also, the state is working on DPR preparation for getting involved in the recently devised revamped reform-based result-linked distribution sector scheme by the central government. Having seen the issues at large and initiatives to address them, we also have one recommendation to make. We suggest that the government or DISCOM should appoint a 5-member committee which should deep dive into the present issues and future challenges, understand the reasons behind deteriorating financial position and functioning of the DISCOM, and should come out with a roadmap with proper timelines and targets to solve the issues. It should also study how the DISCOM can integrate energy transition into its operation as well as planning, and what could be its probable impact. Hope you got a better understanding about the DISCOM in the state of Tamil Nadu. Comment below to share your views on what more needs to be done for betterment of DISCOM and its consumers. Also, comment below and tell us the topic on which you want to see videos from us. Like and share the video. Also, subscribe to the channel to see more such videos in future.